lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Woo! Welcome to 2020 Vision. Hi, guys.
Ladies
I'm Teddy.
and gentlemen and everything in between.
Say your name. Hi.
Hi, I'm Glenn.
This is Glenn. He's our new producer. He's one of our newest.
Say hi, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Aww. Say your name and
Hi,
all.
I'm Manuel.
I'm Anya.
I need very little introduction at this point. Hector the Animator.
That's true. Your crack glasses say it all.
Oh, my name's Dylan.
We're going to go over how to say names today. It's going to be so exciting.
Can't wait.
Welcome to 2020 Vision. This is our Tuesday morning show at Studio A before the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And I really want to talk about, first and foremost, I'm really glad that most everyone from the Bogentown Center Mall is safe. I know there's a lot of conflicting stories that's going on. My boyfriend was just about there when it happened. He left about 5 minutes before it happened, and he got a lot of reports from his friends of what they think happened. I'm just glad that it didn't turn out to be as bad as it really could have been.
In this day and age, that's probably for the best.
It's 100% for the best, yeah. But yeah, because you guys know there are two different stories. That the original story is that, you know, there was a shooter, that he was there, shot one person, everyone freaked out, and now the official story is that someone just heard a loud noise in the food court, everyone freaked out, and someone ran into a door, and that it wasn't a shotgun wound, or a gunshot wound.
You would recognize a shotgun wound, that's for certain.
Yeah. Shotgun wound,
But
but like a gunshot wound, which I feel like is not very easily mistakable for a door, like running into a door. I got Mama Alita laugh. Heck yeah. It's my like crowning moment today.
Well, honestly, this is the first I hear of it right now.
Yeah, that is the new official story that is out on New York Times, is that he ran into a door and he hurt himself. Whether that is what happened or not, because a lot of people who are there say that they saw someone get shot, which is traumatizing. But I don't know. Do you guys have opinions on?
Well, now I just find myself in this weird headspace of wondering. I'm wondering, can you really call it an active shooter incident if it was just one guy shoot another guy?
That's the other thing, is that they couldn't find the shooter afterwards. It wasn't. If it ended up being a shooter, it wasn't like he was going for a mass shooting. He shot one person and they couldn't find him anymore.
So now it's just reporting on we're just reporting on the potential assault of a deadly weapon or some degree of homicide.
Maybe, but then Glenn and I were talking, and a similar thing happened a few months ago in New York, and there's a video of a motorcycle backfiring, and you can see that it's a motorcycle backfiring, and people in Times Square just dropping and running, and people getting hurt in the stampede because they heard the motorcycle backfire and they thought it was a gunshot. So is it, it is a possibility that it was just a loud noise.
We have PTSD.
Yeah.
All the shootings are this year.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
And I know we've talked about it in past shows about us, as a generation having issues with it, having issues going to movie theaters, having issues, going to your school. You go to school and you see someone with like a really bulky bag reach into your bag, and immediately you're like, oh, this is it. I was on a plane. I was flying back from Vegas last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was a red-eye flight, and I had all the flight attendants. They were all checking the overhead containers. They said someone lost a backpack, and I immediately came to terms with it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die, and thank God nothing happened. I don't,
That's being pessimistic.
I have no idea what happened. They just were freaking out, checking all the overhead bins. We have to find this backpack. That's not it. That one's already been opened. So, and, you know, I know that 5 years ago that when I would just been like, oh, someone lost something. They forgot where they put their backpack. And, you know, 2 weeks ago, I was like having a panic attack in my plane seat being like, oh, this is it. And it's not funny, but like it's a little funny. It's if you don't laugh, you're going to cry type thing, at least for me.
Works with everything.
Yeah.
If you don't laugh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's how I get through my days.
Well, there was a story about this serial stowaway. I guess this woman, she boarded a plane multiple times without boarding passes. Like somehow she got through security and like they arrested her once for it twice. Then they let her go and then they arrested her again for getting on board, getting through security and on an airplane, actually flying to, I think it was from Chicago to LA without a boarding pass. What do you guys think of that?
That lady is my hero for the week.
Why?
Why?
She managed to do what most of us wish to do in their lifetime: travel. Only she did it without having to spend any money.
There you go.
I mean, traveling, as someone who travels a lot, traveling isn't, if you do it correctly and you know the little tricks, is not as expensive as you think. It still is expensive and it's less accessible.
Yeah, but anything over free is expensive.
Okay.
You got to admit.
5 and Below is not expensive. I love that store. That is a great store. But no, I travel all the time, and like it's not that expensive, but it is. I mean, going without a boarding pass, that is. I mean, it's scary, but it's also. I don't think it's as, again, if you're doing it correctly and you know, because the TSA is very open with how they check things, you know, like you know that they're gonna check the name on your ID and that your ID looks like you. You know, they're just gonna scan the little code that tells you that you're on a flight. You know that, you know, exactly how the security goes. So if you really wanted to be devious enough, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to copy a boarding pass.
But
I'm not
like
going to go into
for
detail on
safety
how to do it
security
because that's illegal
concerns.
and don't do it.
But like for safety and security concerns, like what if that person had like weapons and like started?
Oh yeah, no, for safety and security reasons. But I mean, I think having a weapon, whether you have a boarding pass or not, like hopefully TSA won't let you get through with a weapon. Because like I'm hoping that she did go through I don't know the story, but I'm hoping she went through security. She just wanted to fly for free, but I don't know.
I got a question. What about people who apparently pay their way and they don't have to? You pay, I think it's $200 a year.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go through any kind of security.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that work? How is it that certain people? I know it was off. How is it certain people can pay their way and avoid security? Now, I seen the lines, and I went over to the guy, and I said, I got to ask you a question. I'm on this line that goes all the way out to the other side of the airport, and there's a short line here. How are they able, you have to join the TSA, I guess they check you out? Is that the way it works?
I think it's like a pre-check, so you don't have to, I don't know exactly. I know that there's different private companies who do it, so they all do it. Do you know how that works?
Like my boss, he did it. He would go like I think 2 days before his flight. I'm not sure, but like that's how he explained it to me. You pay extra, you go, and then they do like a background check, all that stuff, and then you just.
So it's kind of like UFC fighters when they weigh in 2 days before the fight,
I guess, yeah.
and then technically you could do whatever you want until the flight.
I guess just like
which
that.
is scary. But I don't know. I guess trust system. You still have to go through. I'm not 100% sure. I think you still have to go through the metal detector. I think you just get a specific
I think it's all
line.
business. I think it's all about
100%.
it's all about money.
So it's not,
110%.
but at least it's not like amusement park rules. You just go in, pay for the ticket, and just pay for the fast pass.
Anya, do you like to travel?
Yes.
I
Would you
should have
pay
asked
for
her
the
yes
fast
or no
pass?
question.
You have to ask a more
Anya, where have
complicated
you
question.
gone and tell us about them?
Do you pay for the fast pass at Disneyland, and if so, how much does it normally cost?
No, you don't have to pay for it anymore.
Really?
It's free, yeah. All you do is you download, totally off topic, but yeah, all you have to do is when you get tickets to Disney World, you go on the Disney World app, but it's better to do it sooner than later, but it's free. You get 3 free fast passes at a time, and you choose what rides you want to go on and like the closest times, and it'll give you the closest ride to that you can get at the closest time, because they only have so many, and then once you go through those 3, you just get 3 more.
Only Disney?
Yeah.
Do you know the secret to going to Walt Disney World? You put somebody in a wheelchair
Oh my God! Stop! You can't do that.
Fun fact.
Anywho,
my dad needs a wheelchair when we go to Disney because he can't
Anya.
walk far.
Does it work?
Yeah,
Anywho.
we get to the front of every line.
Well, it's amazing because every time I go to Disney World, I twist my ankle in the parking lot.
It's such a weird coincidence, you know?
You ever seen that?
Anywho, Anya.
They don't get
Last
it.
question. Same question. Where have you,
They don't get
have you
it.
traveled? If so, where have you been?
I've been to Europe.
Where in Europe? Tell us about it.
Like,
I will go full sorority recruitment on you. Like, I've learned open-ended questions on you. Give me answers.
So, I've been to like many parts in Europe, but a lot of times I go to Poland because my grandparents and my mom is from Poland, so we go there a lot. But I've been to like different places in Europe. Like, I've also been to Mexico on a cruise ship. So I've been to a lot of places, and I go to like different states. I've been to like Virginia because that's where my dad's family's from.
Is the security, because I haven't been to Europe in like 4 years. Is the security any different now? Is it any stronger?
I would say it's definitely like it's more in place, so there's more security and
There's more security.
yeah, and like usually the passport checks they're a pain because you have to like stand in the line, and then they check like your bags and everything. So there's like a lot of security, especially when you travel like out of country.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to hear a fun passport story of how my boyfriend almost got stuck in Costa Rica at customs? So my boyfriend is Costa Rican. He has like Costa Rican whatever, like citizenship, but he can't speak Spanish.
Oh.
Whatever. And so he went to go visit his uncle, and his uncle sent him, but his uncle only speaks Spanish or very little English, and sent him in Spanish like, hey, when you get in a taxi cab, here's the address, tell them to drop you off here. It's the like Red Cross is right next to our house. And he saw the address, and he's like, oh, that's my uncle's house. All right, perfect. So he told customs, and they're like, where are you going? And he gave them the address, and the guy was like, I guess just looked at him really weird. And after like 10 minutes of my boyfriend being like, no, this is my uncle's house, like this is where I'm going, the guy was just like, fine, whatever happened. Finally they get through, taxi drops him off, and he's standing at the front of the Red Cross, and he like has someone translate the text. He realizes, he's like, oh my God, I almost got stuck at customs. He told the customs guy that he was staying at Red Cross. So that's my fun customs story of my boyfriend's. That's all I got. But I would think that security in Europe would be more, not lax, but I guess more mainstream.
Oh, I don't mean
or
like
streamlined.
Well, not like in Europe, but I'm saying like here going to Europe, like in the Miami. If you go to the Miami
international
airport,
flights, so international flights, because I know that most customs international are pretty serious when it comes to stuff. They will always ask if you brought any food or souvenirs of no when you're doing the baggage check, and they almost always have the dog smell. Smell your bags.
Well, it's like contamination stuff. Like you can't bring any animals or food to or from Australia.
Well,
like,
that's Australia. They're a small.
But I mean, different countries have the same ones. Like you can't go to Latin America and bring back certain fruits because if they have certain fruit flies or like spiders on them, it's like a serious.
Well, they're going to
health risk.
restrict batteries from your phones now. They're going to put it in a package because they catch.
Samsung's batteries.
Yeah,
keep
because they
exploding?
catch fire. Yeah, so now they put them in a fire. Yeah, they ask you what kind of phone you have, and they give you this orange thing, and you have to put the phone in this orange thing. The same thing with your laptop.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where's this exactly?
It's coming out. It's coming
Yeah.
out because of
Where
the
in-
fires on board. There was just a fire in, I think, Atlanta or somewhere.
I have never heard. I
yeah?
honestly have never heard of that.
And the funny thing is that the stupid battery explodes in, you put nobody wants the luggage on the plane anymore, underneath the plane.
No one puts their phone
Carry
in
on.
the overhead.
The computers.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying is because of the as of
Cheap batteries is what I'm saying.
I was gonna say poor manufacturing decisions done to cut expensive. We have to make flying that much more harder.
Well, remember like 3 or 4 years
Yes,
ago, the Samsung phone batteries were just exploding in people's hands because of cheap manufacturing.
It
Yeah.
will blow up in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did. Yeah, but even then we didn't go that far. I mean, at this point, they'll just check you for. They already check you for every possible thing imaginable. They put.
That's
you,
right.
They
Yeah.
said they make you take off any excess clothing in your shoes and make sure you didn't slip any.
Well, you got to take
make
off
that-
your shoes because of the shoe bomber. You got to
gotta
take
take
off your belt because of the belt bomber. This is the consequence when you
gotta
fly
take off-
planes into
Well,
buildings.
You gotta go through a chemical cleanser just Mechanical sensor just to see you didn't soak your clothing in LSD so you can sell it on the streets somewhere else.
That's a new one I've never heard.
It happened. Believe
Listen,
me, it happened.
in the day they used to have LSD on these flower patches, you used to scratch and sniff and you were done. I'm going to create a new airline called Naked Airlines. Everybody has to be totally naked, get on and off the plane.
You're going to make a killing with the nudist communities.
Absolutely. No luggage allowed. I don't know why we have to have luggage. UPS it to wherever you're going.
I travel with a backpack.
Yeah, you don't.
No backpacks.
I don't trust UPS. I don't trust UPS with something.
I mean, create an
UPS
airline.
just lost one of my clothes today.
Create a service. Create a service that will take your baggages from your house to your destination.
Well, I have a question. So, have any of you guys ever heard of the show? It's on Netflix called Adam Ruins Everything.
I heard of Adam.
No, you heard
So,
yeah.
it is a show, and whether you believe it or not, they have a lot of credible sources, and they go through very common things of, trains of thought and break it down, and they bring specialists on saying, like, no, what you're saying is incorrect. And at one point, they go on Netflix, watch it. Adam Ruins Everything. It's a really informational show, actually, and they have a lot of, citing their sources to credible sources. But one of them was they went through TSA, and about how TSA it's called security theater. And how, because exactly, at the time when, say, the shoe bomber was out, we didn't have to take our shoes off. And if you went through, you would know, well, they're not going to check my shoes because I don't have to take them off. So the guy knew exactly how to get around the security, and he knew where to put, the bomb.
So this is a terrorist show you're watching, okay?
No, it's not a terror show. It's saying that the real
watch that.
security is group security. The reason that, things have dropped is because we have more air marshals. Is because we have more group awareness. Is that a lot of attacks have been stopped because someone else, a normal passenger on the plane, sees something happen, immediately reports it, gets the air marshals, and they can stop it before it ever happens. And it hasn't really stopped because of the TSA. The TSA, at the time that the show came out, this episode is about 2 years old, hasn't stopped any terrorist attacks. They have not caught any bombs. And you can go on their Instagram and they post most of what they take away. And a lot of it is sword replicas, pocket knives.
So all the cool souvenirs.
Yes. And not to say that it's not important, because TSA is really important. It is important that, people forget. I've accidentally brought one of my pocket knives, to the airport before, and I forgot about it. And, that is a dangerous thing.
She brought...
She's got multiple ones.
Yes.
You know how...
One for every day of the
I'm
week.
an enigma.
You're going to be on a watch list. Do you know that to catch a hacker, the FBI hires more hackers in any other company in the world? The best. If you're the best hacker in the world, the FBI wants you.
They said they hired a lot of members of Anonymous when Anonymous was a big thing.
That's right. Anonymous was huge, and they were getting in all these firewalls and discovering different ways of... I mean, look at the engineer that worked for the airlines, and he was ISIS trained, and he was nice enough just to mess up the radar system. And the plane didn't take off, and they fixed it, and they arrested him, and yada, yada, yada. But this guy could have messed up that plane at 30,000 feet, and there you have it. You see, nobody is safe. Nobody. You can go to a bodega and pick up a container of milk, and you have to be aware, because nobody's safe. And that is the message that they sent on when 9/11 occurred. They said this is going to be the most expensive catastrophe you've ever had in your life. Yeah. They didn't talk about putting fear into you, but changing your life. And I love it when people say, you can't change your life.
Right.
Huh?
Unfortunately, they were right.
They're 100% right.
Well, the problem is this, my friend. As generations go up, like the kids of your kids, as you get further away from the buildings being hit, from that whole catastrophe being happened, you don't have the same skin in the game. You don't feel the plight. You don't feel the tears that people cried on that day. And that's what begins to happen when you don't read history. Napoleon said this. He who does not read history will repeat it. And they are waiting until your generation comes forward. And your kids' kids. Because they're going to be 3 times removed. And they're not going to be as sensitive. That's why the airlines is doing what they're doing. It's not to give you a hard time. It's really not. And if you walk through this encoder that I had, they let me walk through because they knew AMP. And I asked them, do me a favor, check it. And he said, why? And I says, because you don't know who's watching this. Check me,
That's
check
true.
it. Not because I was a terrorist, but because I don't want anybody else watching this says, oh, I can get over, be friendly with them and blah, blah, blah. So it's not to give you a hard time. They're actually saving your kid's life, not yours.
That's interesting. I never thought of that.
You know
Think
the only
about
reason.
that.
You know the only reason I said the lady, not that the lady who snuck on the managed to stow away on airplanes when you only hear over the week because of the free airplane rides, right? It's not really anything. I mean, about subverting security. It's just I want to get free stuff.
We hope so.
That's what it comes down to. Just remember, it isn't you that's saving. They're saving your future. They're saving your kids' kids.
I suppose it's kind. I suppose that is sort of the important thing in this. It's not really a question of is it necessary or not. It is, in fact, the principle, the principle of the thing.
Well, it's important to people, at least in my generation, a lot of my friends are starting to have kids. My sister just had her first baby. A lot of people are having kids, and it's really important. I make sure to do it. My aunt was in 9/11. Thank God she got out. She was in the second tower, but her kids, she can't go, she has crazy PTSD from it, cannot go near the 9/11 memorial. And every time I go to New York, I take my 2 cousins, and I'm like, we are going, and we are going to stand there and recognize that this happened, and your mom was in this, and this is a thing, and it's important. When you're having kids, you're a little older than me. Whenever you have kids, I don't want kids yet. I had to put that out there, mother. I'm sorry. But when you have kids, take your kids, educate them, take them to the memorials. I had to go to Holocaust memorials every year because you have to learn about your past.
You got to keep it in. Now, Dylan is a big sports fan, right, Dylan?
Yes, right.
My kids laugh at me when I watch the 9/11 first game that was played in New York City. That Mike Piazza hit the home run to beat the Braves. Forget about the game. It isn't about the game. It says there were 50,000 people there that night. And everybody that watched that game felt honored that he won it. Honored because we were back. Mm-hmm. Are we back? But we were back. And that message that he sent, all he said was, forget about the home run, forget about the swing, just look at the crowd. And you got to hold on to that. Because if you don't, that's what destroys a nation. And you know what? It's the saddest thing about this country. We've forgotten about what pain is all about because no war has been fought here since what? The Civil War?
Has been fought on our soil.
On our soil. What war has been fought in this country? None.
I mean, you could talk about domestic mass shootings, but
no, that's a consequence. The Civil War was the last war fought in this country.
So what exactly are you suggesting, sir?
I'm suggesting that you learn from history, respect history. This is why I've always said, among the Jewish community, those that were tagged, that they have those tags on their arms, we have to and they do a great job remembering that. On 9/11s, we're not doing what we need to do. We're not recognizing that we have an issue in this country. And it ain't black, it ain't white.
Would you like to switch places, sir?
What?
No.
I'm just saying it is important that you understand. It bothers me because I just don't want you to think that TSA is giving you a hard time because of your life. They know win or lose, you may lose a life. You may lose a plane. It happens. When I get on a plane to go to Puerto Rico, I wonder if I'm going to make it. It happens. But they're trying to protect your kids. That's the game changer right now. They are changing this country for the next 50 years.
Do you think it's going to stay that way?
You tell me.
Well, I hope it does. And I've said it before. They're protecting you.
It's going to get more strict.
Yeah. Well, if it gets more strict, but like you're saying, the kids, our kids, whatever, they'll start to forget if we don't remind them. Do you think that people are going to start going up there and starting to say, I don't want TSA to do this, start lobbying for the TSA to not be as strict?
It's going to be a norm. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be just normal. And TSA, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them they have power and they overdo.
Yeah, there is a lot of racial profiling that goes on, unfortunately, and not just TSA, and a lot of different enforcements and security reigns. But, that's going to happen in everything. And I'm not trying to say it's okay. I'm not trying to say, you can ignore it. But, I don't know.
I mean, a person that wears, what do they call those things they wear?
Turban.
Hijab.
All of a sudden, that's a profile recognition. They're using in California face recognition software where you walk past the cameras. They're using it in Grand Central Station as well. Mm-hmm. They are catching everything from pedophiles to people not paying their mortgages and taxes and everything else. They're catching everybody because it's face recognition.
But not everyone has facial recognition. My dad, when I was a kid, my dad's Mediterranean. He's Greek. And, big, tall, tan dude who looks like, he looks like Marlon Brando when I was younger. My dad used to get profiled all the time because, he had to always be the one to step out of line. Every time I went to the airport, always step out of line. I'm like, man, like, that's not, it's just appearing that way. It was that
I
bad.
have an uncle who looks, he's Dominican, but he looks like he's from another country.
Yeah.
And then they just automatically take him out.
Yeah, every time.
My dad was on a no-fly list for 6 years.
He was on a no-fly
What
list?
did your dad do? No, don't tell me. Don't put him on.
Why was he
I
on?
don't wanna
I want to know.
It's because surprisingly Hector Perez is a very, very, very common name in the Latino community. So common that some people got a little suspicious. My dad's a shrink.
So they wouldn't let him fly?
Well, it wasn't like that. It's just if he had to fly, he had to always be taken to his room in the corner. Ask a bunch of questions for about an hour. So it just made traveling back and forth that much more of a hassle.
That's an interesting point. His father was on a no-fly. His father gets on that plane, I want another plane.
Yeah, switch planes. New ticket.
Didn't matter which plane. It was an international flight. They were international flights from Dominican Republic to somewhere in the United States.
That's crazy.
That is nuts. That's crazy. And you know what? Things have changed. Now, in this room who would be the perfect person to check out because, it's a she, because she is so inconspicuous.
Dawn.
Who's the most inconspicuous person in this room?
Dawn. It's Dawn, isn't it?
Anya and Dawn. Yes.
Yeah.
Inconspicuous. You wouldn't think in a million years.
That's true.
I mean, that's what the game has changed.
So what you're saying is give them all the souvenirs.
Yeah.
Souvenirs from Disney World, yes.
And make sure those souvenirs are souvenirs. Don't get caught where they say, wait a minute, this has a false bottom. Did you see this thing with the shaving cream? Remember the movie with the dinosaurs? What was it called?
Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, yeah. False bottom. She had a false bottom shaving cream. False bottom shaving cream. And they could put a mechanism in there, and now it's become a problem. So I wanted to see what happened. From Puerto Rico, I bought a shaving cream. They won't allow it on the plane anymore.
Really?
They took it right off.
I was buying cans of shaving cream with me.
The small ones, yes. The big ones, no.
Oh, that's a difference.
Well, I feel
wouldn't the big ones be more conspicuous?
Well,
That's
it's
what I thought.
over the 0.3
Yes.
fluid ounces or whatever.
If I'm flying a plane, I'm testing the system. Absolute. Why? No?
My father used to do that. He would fight with anyone. Go check her, he'd say. She's got something.
My dad would do that. Whenever someone checks my ID, he goes, "Watch out, it's fake." I'm like, "I'm 24, father. Thank you."
I'm gonna let
That's
you.
actually a quick question.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Think about a suitcase when it goes and you're carrying it. What is the one toy you could put in there that you're gonna scratch your hand and say, they're gonna pull it out and see if it's real? Think about it.
Toy gun?
No, don't do that.
They wouldn't let
Don't
you
ever
do
take
that.
a toy gun.
Don't do
They
that.
wouldn't let you pass security if they found.
Not
they
a
found
gun. Not a gun. Get the gun out of your head. Not the gun.
You would pull it out and be like,
A
"What
toy.
is this?"
I'm talking about a toy.
Elmo.
No, not an Elmo. I'm talking
Oh.
an adult toy.
What kind
Oh, I was thinking like a baby doll.
I'm talking about an adult toy.
Okay.
A really big Elmo.
A really big Elmo, yes.
Just
An
like
adult.
a suitcase full of one Elmo.
But think about it. Think about it. An adult toy, right? A terrorist takes an adult toy, and they're gonna say, are they gonna pull it out? Will they say, well, you can't take this on there, or they're gonna check it? No.
They pulled my dirty laundry. Like I had.
I thought she was gonna say something else.
No. Dirty laundry. I have, I always bring an extra duffel bag so I can bring my dirty laundry back from wherever I go. And I had on my keys, I have a little Swiss Army knife or whatever that has.
They're gonna pull
whatever on
that.
it.
You can stab
But
somebody
my
in the
keys
eye.
were all the way at the bottom, and I forgot that it was on there because when I flew there, it was there. They didn't say anything, so they pulled out all my dirty laundry, my dirty clothes, my
Everything.
dirty underclothes, everything onto the table of it to get. And I was like, I told him, I was like, I know what you're looking for. I totally forgot it's on there. It's on a lanyard. It is on my keychain. He's like, ma'am, I need you to stop talking. I was like, you're pulling my underwear out.
Because you're taking away the attention from him looking for what he was looking for. Now, I have taken, my ex-wife and I went on a plane, and we put a toy in there to see what would happen. True story. They pulled it.
What kind of toy was it?
Yeah.
They pulled it out.
What kind of toy was it again?
That kind. And they pulled it out.
Was it for his, hers, or both?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? That's not the point. The
Why?
point is,
Why is it?
Well,
Why
if you're
can
gonna
you
bring
not
it
have
up,
it?
you might as well.
Well, what we wanted to see if they will pull it because you could put explosives inside the metal. It's like what the guy said.
Wow, I really didn't think of that.
Then I said to him, "Do you want it? Take it," because I wanted to say it was brand new. I said, "You can have it." "Oh no, Mr. Santor, you can take it." That they gave back. My shaving cream,
Never.
not so much.
Jeez.
Okay.
I know, I'm scared to fly now.
can't-
I'm going to Texas this weekend, and
You
now I'm
can't
just
take
terrified.
you can't take your aftershave, but you certainly keep the beads.
You can bring empty water bottles on now. I'm thankful of that.
If you fill them in
Yeah.
the machine
Well, you used to not be able to do that.
after you go through.
Yeah. Every time I used to try and fly, they wouldn't let me do it. Like, not even the empty. I have a metal water bottle. They wouldn't let me bring through. Now, finally, they're like, okay, if you open it and put it on the thing, you can go through. And I'm like, thank you.
Do they
Not
allow
good
you
for
to
the
bring
earth.
Kentucky Fried Chicken on a plane?
Yeah, you can bring food on. You have
You
to
can buy
send
it?
through
I'd say.
the...
It costs you like $40 for a
Yeah.
wing.
Well, you can bring food. I bring Taco Bell onto planes. You just put it through the X-ray machine.
Taco Bell, she
I'm
was
so
specific about what
serious.
she brings.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell chicken quesadilla, no spicy sauce.
That's why I was
Every
wondering
time.
because a lady had she had a bucket of chicken. She gave me a piece.
Yeah,
But
as
you
long
better
as
bring
send
enough
it
for
to the
everybody,
X-ray,
right?
you're good. Oh yeah, because the plane smells so good after that, and then everyone hates you because all
I know.
they can have is like
I went like that.
terrible
Whisper the
chips.
smell. Check me out. You can't have that.
That's why I don't travel anymore.
Why? Because you don't want to have Kentucky Fried Chicken?
So, just open up the question to anyone anyone at the table with a microphone. What are some strange things that you've done at the airport and/or do at the airport?
I watch people.
Yeah.
It's not strange.
I get a sandwich and sit there and watch. And when I was in New York, I used to go to JFK and watch. It is the most funniest, hilarious thing. You ever seen people running across an airport with their bags and they sweating it
that's
to get
me.
there? And
That's
they're going the wrong way.
That's
Still
I
Teddy.
flew to
Still sounds-
South Carolina, and you have to take a stop you have to take a stop in some other state. I think I had to fly up to North Carolina and then come back down for a stopover. And the airport, I don't remember which one it was in. It was the giant one in North Carolina. Is huge. Like, I think it was Charlotte, North Carolina. That's the really huge one.
Yes.
I had to sprint across the entire thing. Went the wrong way, crying, sprinting back, gonna miss my flight. Like, that's me.
That's you.
Full me. Yeah. Every time I fly somewhere.
You remember the Hare Krishnas? Harry? Holly? Harry?
Hare
What were they?
Krishnas.
No.
Remember those guys? They were bald headed and they had the robes and stuff.
Anyway,
I went
same
to-
question.
I went to Atlanta and I had to carry 400
Strange things
pounds.
that you do
of
and/or
luggage?
have done in an airport.
None.
Really, you're that guy? The guy who who buys a coffee, sits in his chair, waits for his flight.
Pretty much.
For shame.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Yes? All right, cool. We
Yeah,
have
hit
to go
the
to a
button.
quick commercial break. We're going to bring Dawn and Freddie on. Hopefully continue cool conversation. We have Mama Ali and some other cool people coming on. Call in 888-994-4995 and write it on Facebook about something you want 2020 to talk about next week. Because, I don't know, I never hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. And yeah, we'll be right back after commercial break.
Bye.
Peace.
Come sail away with us on a 7-night cruise to the Western Caribbean, sailing March 7th, 2020. Join us aboard the beautifully renovated Celebrity Equinox with ports including Key West, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, and Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Call Paul Badiato at 561-232-2626 and book by August 30th, 2019 to receive a discount of $400 off a cabin for two. Call Paul today and ask for the Sail Away with the Brooklyn Cafe Celebrity Caribbean. 561-232-2626, cruiseoptics.com. Are you ready to sail away with the Brooklyn Cafe to Alaska? Join the fun, superior food, activities, award-winning entertainment, and excursions aboard the Celebrity Eclipse, leaving August 2nd, 2020 on a 7-night cruise to Alaska. Sailing from Vancouver, British Columbia, the trip includes Inside Passage, Icy Strait Point, Hubbard Glacier, Juneau, Ketchikan, and a return to Vancouver. Book with a deposit by August 30th, 2019 for an additional $900 discount per cabin for two. Call Paul Vadiato today, 561-232-2626 and ask for the See Alaska with the Brooklyn Cafe. Price does not include airfare. Hurry, call Paul today. 561-232-2626. cruiseoptics.com.
And we're back.
We're back. We're just starting is all I can tell you.
That was an interesting conversation.
You like that conversation?
I do, because they brought up a real sensitive piece for me.
Why?
Because of what happened at 9/11 and about how the kids, they have skin in the game, don't have skin in the game. And everybody's affected by what goes on, but as time goes on, it becomes less and less of an issue. So,
Well, let's recap what we were talking about, because in the first hour we were talking with our millennials, with our producers and interns of the Brooklyn Cafe Show, talking about security and how our country and travel worldwide has changed.
yes, how we
I've
do
taken
everything.
it to a whole nother extreme. I just don't go anywhere.
Well, that's the problem. They don't want you to do that. They want you to live your life normally and not to
Normally,
travel.
you can't even go to the mall. I was out Saturday. I was getting my nails. Sunday, I was getting my nails done. My son goes, "Mom, there's a shooting at the mall," which, because I live very close, within walking distance. Where are you? He was the only one. My son, who lives in Miami, the only one who called, texted to let me know, "Don't go home that way." Nobody else.
Yeah, I got a message on my phone.
I didn't.
I got an
well,
alert.
I didn't get it until later. So when it first came out, he got it through a friend. His mother's at the mall. The whole trickle-down rumor mill effect. So I went home another way, but he had my back.
Now,
My son
now
did.
is the mall even? Everybody know if the mall's even open?
It's back open
back
again,
open?
yeah.
And
But
nobody's
that whole
heard
night it
nothing
was
about
closed.
nothing.
When
No.
I went to an event, I went down Glades Road.
It was closed?
Every single entrance was closed. Even Chipotle had the cops at Chipotle across the
And
street.
you know, if you shut down that Chipotle, you know something's going on. It ain't good.
Exactly, but there's a lot of rumors. Their truth lies somewhere in the middle. We may never know what it is for fear of panic, and people won't go to the mall again. Retail's in trouble as it is. Who knows who's going to go back to the mall, but we don't know what the true story is. Eventually, it may come out or it may not, but
Now,
just be vigilant.
It's funny that you brought this up. Look who's in the house.
Who's in the house?
Come here.
Bobby Jackson is in the
Hey,
house.
come on and sit up and
Sit
with
over
us.
here.
Bobby
that's-
Jackson.
From a distance, I thought it was Chris Evans.
He's like
He looked like, yeah, you like that?
he's like a ninja. I didn't even know he was sitting.
It is. He
It's
slips
so
right
right
in.
It's interesting that you bring this up because Mama Ali's on the set today, and
Hey, I'm back.
and,
We missed you, Mama.
I
Ali.
missed you too.
and when
I've been doing a lot of
Muhammad used
stuff.
to fight in these big arenas like Madison Square Garden and things in stadiums, right?
Yes.
He always fought, defended. I
Yeah.
got to see the first fight he had defending his title. They played it on HBO this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But security wasn't the same back in the day.
No, they're totally different than they were today. The media, the social media is totally different than before. The same way as the security was with the boxers.
It's actually controlling the game, social media.
Absolutely.
Do you know, it's funny because I remember coaching football for Pee-wees. There was rules, and everything's changed. You're in the
Everything's
head
changed.
contact, and
Oh, yeah.
they're throwing flags now for calls. You can't touch the quarterbacks. They got the Brady rule in there. The game has changed.
Everything has
Everything
changed,
has
right?
changed.
Boxing is
yeah.
going to change. They're going to
Yeah.
do it with a feather.
A what?
A feather.
A feather?
Yeah, it's safety.
Featherweight?
With a feather.
Now you're here, and you are dealing in the martial arts business. Because I saw you put on Facebook where you took down this poor guy. You almost called you and says, you just beat this guy to a pulp.
Was he bigger than you?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
custom fitness
Most of them are.
Now, see, that's what I'm
He
trying
wasn't.
to say.
This guy is a bull. This
But
guy's
it doesn't
strong.
matter. Like when I told you
Yes.
that it's not the size.
No, I know.
And
It's the
get you
motion and commotion.
When the women have to use their size or
Yeah.
they use their weight in their favor.
Yeah,
That's
my
why
wife
it's
trains
easy.
too, and that's it.
There
That's
you go.
For a 120-pound young
There
lady.
you go. She can flip
do
you
some
into
damage.
another
She can
room.
throw
You
me
come
right
up-
through the air right
there
there.
you
That's
go.
right.
That's why I was
Bobby's
telling
like this little stealth, right? He looks quiet. His hair is parted to the side. Boom. He's
Like
got
the boy
some,
next door.
some
Gotta-
abs ripped
gotta
under
look like
He
a
his
looks like
gentleman.
all American boy.
right?
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
see what he can do and
Yeah.
who he trains at
He-
the Custom
he-
Fitness Institute.
He punished this kid. And I was watching this, and I showed it to my son. He says, "You want to mess with Bobby?" I said, "You're right." I mean, that guy, you put him in some kind of hold, and he's tapping out.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
screaming.
That's-
I saw the tears. I'm like, Bobby. I was calling you
And
Bobby.
he probably did that on his white belt level.
Oh no, yeah, that kid was pretty high level
Yeah.
as well. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that
high
was.
level. But see, that's the thing about karate. I'm a ninth degree black belt. Damn.
That's
I don't
great.
even know that was karate.
Yeah.
I think that was
yeah, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. was
jiu-jitsu.
that one,
Oh, the same thing.
Yeah.
That's all the same.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
jiu-jitsu,
different
they're fighting on the
styles.
floor.
Yeah,
These
I
guys
love
are
that.
beating
But-
each other
but
to
it
a
looks-
pulp on the
but it
floor.
looks
Submission
like-
with the
But
legs,
it looks
yeah.
like the Brazilian thing looks like a dance to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
looks like
there's
a-
no dance over here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell
they'll
was
be
pretty
dancing.
smooth.
You don't know they're knocking you out at the same time.
Yeah.
We went to the
Capoeira,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capoeira studio was spectacular.
Yeah,
also.
but what I saw here was no capoeira, I
Oh,
tell you.
really?
Because he
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
the boy next door, Bobby. Right?
Yeah, you gotta
He
keep it
does.
smooth.
I
You will
know.
get whooped by the boy next door.
No, you know,
Ooh.
adrenaline in that sport, right? When you get adrenaline going, you could tell that Bobby was going to another level. You can really hurt somebody. I mean, I know boxing is a dangerous sport.
Yeah, but that
this
is
thing-
And
better.
that's, well, that's
It's better
the thing for
than
me.
boxing.
Yeah, I can't take the boxing. Just that
Boxing is
that
crazy.
impact. It's so hard to
And it's
take.
built on luck.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but that MMA
This-
But
What
stuff.
yeah,
he's
I
doing
like
is
the
better.
grappling sport, so I don't have to get kicked and punched in the head,
you
and I
go.
can still,
There you go.
choke
Yeah, but you
people
still
out
get
using
an
my legs
elbow
and
in the
stuff.
face
Yeah,
once
yeah,
in a
you get a
while.
little bit of that, but
Isn't the sport more mental than it is physical? That you
Yeah,
can, like win
I-
the match before the match even started.
Yeah,
we saw
totally.
with Muhammad Ali.
But Ali was a master at it. And he learned that from his wife.
Yes,
No,
yeah, I
no,
learned that.
no,
I
he learned that from Gorgeous
Yeah.
George.
No, he learned that from his wife. I'm gonna tell you something. If you study Ali, he has these little idiosyncrasies. It's her.
And I think if
It's
there would have
her.
been social media back then, or if he would have been
Oh,
alive now,
forget about
I
it.
he
mean,
would have
yeah.
been like
The
even
biggest.
bigger
Yeah.
than what he is now.
Yeah, oh, he would be huge.
And that's what blows it up now is, especially with MMA, you have some athletes with less talent and technique.
Yes.
They can just talk the good show. And so
Yeah.
they still sell the tickets, they still make a ton of money.
Yes.
But they don't even have that top level skill, but everybody still shows out just to see him compete.
Yeah.
Sometimes, hopefully, just to see him lose. But either way, they're selling tickets and making money. So
Can you imagine an
that,
MMA
that,
fighter
that,
come
that
out?
use of the media
Can you
now is just
imagine
incredible.
an MMA fighter come out and do a Muhammad Ali technique on somebody?
Yeah.
What, the
Well,
rope?
My
a dope
God.
thing?
Oh man,
You
no,
can't-
just to intimidate them.
Well, Muhammad was psychologically before you even agreed to fight the guy. He was
Yeah.
all over you.
But it was talk the talk and it was
Talk
walk
the
the
walk.
walk. And it's very hard to find that now because you got
That's
a lot of
true.
guys
There
that
you
walk
go.
the walk that just don't want to
They
talk.
talk the talk. They can't.
And then you got a lot of talkers that can't
I
walk
like
it,
the woman
and so
that talk the talk and they can walk the
and they
walk.
walk the walk, and that's
See, the difference is that you in that sport, you got to be able to take a punch. You can be the greatest puncher in the world,
You gotta learn.
strongest.
You gotta learn how to duck though.
Well, you don't want to get hit, but I'm going to tell you,
gotta
Ali got hit. He got
Yeah,
hit a
but
lot
he weaved a lot. A lot of times you thought you was hitting him and he was just moving, going like this.
because he was so tall.
I
Yeah.
guess could have also been like playing possum and get to his opponent tired and then beat him in the later rounds.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of a struggle to do that because
Yeah.
when he fought Frazier, I'm gonna tell you something. Frazier was a puncher,
Yeah.
and he broke Ali's jaw in the first fight because Ali was making fun of him.
But
And
he
hit
did
him.
not train for that fight correctly. I'm going to tell you that right
And
now.
there you have it.
Behind
I'm gonna
the
tell you,
scenes.
she should have gotten in the
I
ring.
backed up. As a matter of fact, when he fought Ken Norton,
Oh my goodness.
Bundini Brown, the guy who invented float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, there's a series of me about me getting falling out and having a fit and everything. I had a fit and put 3 cops in the hospital
You did?
because I thought they was hurting my husband.
Sure, you want to tell that story?
Yeah.
Denial,
they're gonna
denial.
read
She's
it.
been
They're
juicing.
gonna read about it, and I went into my karate. I just started moving, feeling, touching, and just knocked 3 cops out. I was so scared that they were scared to sue me. And then they go, we just want to see what you look like normally.
That's a
He
good
said,
line.
it was kind of you not to really hurt us. Thank you very much.
He gave him a break.
You didn't read that chapter 23 in my book coming out?
When is your book coming out?
2020.
When is it coming out?
It's finally coming out 2020, finally.
And what's the name of it? Did you come up with one name yet?
The Untold Story.
The Untold Story.
Yeah.
Are they gonna make a movie?
The legacy behind the legend.
Are they gonna make a movie?
Oh, yeah.
You already have
We've
it lined
already
up?
signed up with Warner Studios
Really?
in Hollywood. Yes, sir.
That's gonna be a trip. I wanna play. What was the name of the
Angela
corner guy?
Dundee?
Yes, that's right. Dundee.
That's safe.
That's what I want to play.
You,
Dundee.
my friend, MMA.
Quarry. He could be Quarry.
I'm
a young
not,
Quarry.
I'm not an MMA fighter. I just trained some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, strength and conditioning coach for some pro MMA, pro
more than just
kickboxing.
training,
So
Bob.
That is awesome.
No, he's also Mr. Modest.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah, again, I can't take the punch like some of these fighters out here. That one,
Really?
that one taught me right away that
Really?
that's
But
not my
somebody
call.
Nobody
like
should
you
take a
work
punch
with
in a box.
yeah, I like-
Nikita and some of these
Yeah.
guys and the women, Mama
Right.
would love
Oh, yeah.
Miranda.
Oh yeah,
and these
yeah.
women
We've
they
had
work
we've had
with.
some really good luck, and I've been able to work with some real incredible athletes, and that's
Great.
When the movie comes out, remember Quarry? When he fought Quarry?
Yes, yes.
There you go, Quarry right there.
boom.
A young Quarry.
Cast
Yeah,
me.
the Great White Hope.
Cast me,
There
I'm
you
ready.
Go. He's
Yeah.
the Great
Let's go.
White Hope.
I'll
tell you.
They called him the Great White Hope.
You know who
It was-
Jerry Quarry
They was
is?
praying on him winning,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he didn't.
Jerry Quarry was the next because there was this subdivision. They wanted to have a great white boxer
Yeah.
in the game.
They want him to
So
be
they
the Great White
appointed
Hope.
they appointed him the Great White
Jerry
Hope.
That would be Bobby, the Great White Hope.
But I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you
I
what
gotta put on a
He
couple
would
pounds,
be
but yeah,
the
let's do
Great
it.
White Hope.
yeah, but what Ali
There you
did,
go.
what Ali did to him.
Would you fight him?
No, because I don't have any training. No, I don't want to get put in like a. I don't
Yeah,
want to get put in a
I'll
submission
train you to
hold.
fight me. We'll
With
get
my
that.
arm broken, or my
yeah.
shoulder
He'll train you
dislocated.
to
I
fight
know.
him, so it keeps it
Okay.
all good.
I would train you.
And then whoop me.
Train and
I
then,
would-
and then we
Hold on,
scrap.
hold on,
I would
Great
train
White
you
Hope.
and then
Come
whoop
on,
you.
Great White Hope. You gotta do this.
I-
I do this to everybody. Which one did you get? What did you get?
I got. You're worth it. I really needed that.
You're worth it?
I really need
See
that.
there? See there? That's God talking to you. You have to pick
Today's
one
show
out.
brought to you
Pick one
by
out.
Bob Ali.
Pick it
Ali.
out. We gotta
What
do
do we
this.
got?
What is yours?
Focus.
Focus.
Oh, it's got a
Focus.
back too.
I got the
Yeah.
focus.
Oh, no.
right
Well,
there.
it's,
You registered
this.
this.
Is a card. This is a card. Goes with it.
Thank you.
I always have to do the heart thing. Every time I pour one, it always said fate, so I'm not picking.
And I like how you guys have the crystals. I got my meditation.
Isn't
oil
that
with me.
beautiful?
Yeah, this is
Meditation
great.
you got
Love-
going on?
This was actually
Yeah.
a big Q-tip, and it's sort of
Your
dwindled
turn.
down.
Working with
nice.
me, you need a big Q-tip, I know. It's been a week already. All right, we gotta
somewhere.
pick one out.
Another
ahead.
one?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'll pick one since she
You
picking.
can pick one too.
I'll pick one.
This is.
What do you like picking? Just like picking them? Is that
I
what
haven't
it
picked
is?
one in a long time.
Yeah, but I have like 10 of these.
You can put it back in there.
Oh, you know what it says? For the first time, I guess something
Where'd
different.
you get?
Be you.
There. Oh, that's all you can ever be.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
got
frame
one.
This one. Yes, you can.
I got one.
What'd you get?
It says water is wet.
Every time I pull one, it says faith.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
the time.
All is
I
well.
finally got something different.
I'm just
What,
happy.
what did
You
yours
got a
say?
good one. Focus.
Focus?
I'm
Oh,
happy
see,
with
that's
you.
him. He
Laser
focuses
focus,
on
right
everything.
there. That's what
You're
we're
good
Now
at
going
you
for.
haven't
That's what you're good at.
you haven't been here in a while. We are creating the Brooklyn Cafe game board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we have a
Where's Hector? We
company.
gotta talk to Hector about that.
Hector
They
brought a
put
company.
Khalil Ali on the game?
We can put anything
We're
on
gonna.
the game.
We haven't made it yet. We're gonna
Oh,
make
then
the
you
board.
gotta put a Khalil Ali move on there,
But the funny thing is that this board is going to be so big because we know so many people.
That's
it's going to be the
alright.
size of this table.
Do the book.
Takes 4
Do
days
it.
to finish it.
They said the same thing with Monopoly, and look what happened to
The
them.
Look at
Kalila Ali game piece we need.
Yeah. No, it's gonna say Mama
Gotta have-
Ali. It's
Why
gonna say
not?
Mama Ali.
Mama Ali, you land on that square, you got to go to do-over. You go to jail. You go to jail for getting beat up for 3 days.
I'm gonna have a karate stand, and it's gonna be my key mover. It's gonna be a karate. It's gonna be Mama Ali karate thing.
It's going to be. Yeah, tincture. It's going to be Ninja Mama.
Ninja Mama.
Ninja Mama, there you go.
It's
Ninja Mama Ali.
hilarious. So you see, we have all these moving parts. We wanted to do game board parts as well.
You know what I
as part
did
of
2
it.
days ago?
I'm afraid to ask.
I was nominated from the city of Fort Lauderdale,
Oh yeah.
What?
being the grand marshal for Dillard High School parade. I was the grand marshal
Really?
in the parade.
Did you go to Dillard?
Congratulations.
No, I didn't go to Dillard, but I'm the grand marshal because I spoke at Dillard. and I support Dillard High School. I knew about Dillard High School when I was in Chicago. Because there was a lot of people in Chicago whose family members went to Dillard, so I knew all about Dillard, this great school, before I even got here.
I was supposed to go to Dillard.
Really? What happened?
I only bought the
I went
pickles.
Too short.
home. Yeah, pretty much.
I bought the pickles, Dillard.
I was too short.
I bought the pickles.
Oh, you probably went
But that was my high
You
school.
probably went to the Israeli high school. So
No, I'm not Jewish. I went to
You're not Jewish?
I went to DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx.
No
He's
kid.
Puerto Rican the Bronx.
D-with-C-M-I-T-O-N.
You're
Boom.
Puerto
I
Rican
was too
Jew
short
then.
to go to Puerto Rican Jew.
You have to be a certain height to go to
She's
Dillard?
teasing me.
I saw your little curls on your pictures when you was a kid.
No, I didn't have that, Muhammad. I didn't do that. But I remember he told that to Cosell. He made him a big star. So you just bring it on, baby.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hit 95.3 FM, 1470 AM.
We're going to hit it?
Hit it.
Hit
Bobby Jackson in the house from the Custom
You know,
Fitness Institute.
there's a lot of anger in this building.
We got Mama Ali.
there's
There's a lot of energy in this building.
positive
We've got
energy.
focus.
Energy.
We're
I'm a
worth
little
it.
feared.
We're going to come back and talk to Kevin.
There's people creating
We gotta
art
come
in
back
here.
and talk
There's
to
a lot of
Kevin.
Come back and
positive
talk
things
to
going on.
Kevin. Stay
Come
tuned.
back and talk to
We'll be
Kevin.
right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Can you say that?
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Seniors, open enrollment is here. I Will Advisors is here to offer you an unbiased.
You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up. You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up. You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up. business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, part 2. 3 minus 4 is 1, and then this is part 2.
And this segment brought to you by MobiPop. Does your business MobiPop? Nice transition. All you have to do if you're driving, don't do this, but if you're watching us, go to your phone function, start a new text. The number is 55312, and the text message is CAFE, C-A-F-E. You're going to opt in, get a link, and you will get all of the information on the Brooklyn Cafe TV show on our digital marketing platform. Even gives you an option to get your own business Moby Poppin'.
Moby Poppin'.
Moby Poppin'.
Moby Poppin'.
Just wait till we get to unbox all of our Moby Pop.
Yes, and when you download the Moby Pop, there may be a surprise in there. Maybe you get into a drawing for a free lotto ticket.
Pops out of the box.
No, not that.
A
free lotto.
Don't you like my nuance?
Beautiful.
Someone created this for me. Thank you.
Is that right?
We've had a great Tuesday. Of course, yes, you hear Mama Ali in
Yes,
the background.
Mama Ali
We've
in
got
the
Mama
house.
Ali back in the house. We've
Peace.
got her producer and media specialist, Kevin Roberson, with us, and one of our very, I don't want to say old friends because he's quite young, but one of our very long-time original guests and sponsors, Bobby Jackson
You were
from
the
Custom
originator.
Fitness Institute.
I remember.
Bobby
Bobby was
Jackson.
the first one, right?
One of our first sponsors, and we were up at iHeart a long
Yeah,
time. Drive
yeah.
all the way up to West Palm Beach to work with us.
Yeah.
Up at the Custom Fitness Institute, and man, he is rocking
And
and
don't
rolling.
underestimate his size. Trust me.
Do not
The guy is a
underestimate
bad brother.
Under that handsome
Oh,
boy
yeah.
next door look, he is training some of the top MMA fighters, and you said he took someone down the other day.
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody
my God.
posted it, and I felt so bad for the guy. I was called
know.
Bobby. I said, Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah, he
you
knew what he
say-
was getting into. We're good.
He knew what he was getting into?
Yeah, he knew what he was
I
getting
bet you
into.
he didn't
You're
know he
fine.
was getting out
Yeah.
of, boy, because
Yeah,
he got up
I'm
slow.
gonna know it too. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say,
that'll
go
do.
ahead, swing, Bobby. I'll lay it out for you.
You know, part of the draw to get Bobby here, Mama, was you.
Is that right?
It is.
And I love
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna blow him off until I heard you were coming in.
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah, so-
Oh, really?
Oh, I made up car troubles and everything. Oh, it was terrible.
That was yesterday.
Oh,
I can't
I
think of
love that.
I was going to say, it's a miracle how the car got fixed.
I just ran all the way here for it.
The car
That
got
was the
fixed
bribe,
in 10
Mama.
minutes.
He got to meet you, and that was the bribe. His car got fixed, and here he is.
Just
I
magical.
know.
But what's
right there.
going on with Custom Fitness Institute? You are
Yeah.
growing and going.
Yeah,
and-
I don't think I've seen you guys since Nikita had his last title defense down in Vegas, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
beginning of September.
Yeah.
He's still the middleweight
We were
kickboxing
we were
champion.
on remote. You brought in the belts down at the
Yep.
place in Fort
Yeah, that was the
Lauderdale.
last
And
time.
in
Yeah,
Boca.
Beautiful.
so yeah, he came out. We went back down there for another big fight, beginning of September. Fought just this monster Brazilian guy. At the time, was 31 wins and 1 loss.
Whoa.
Wow.
So
Whoa.
very well established. Pretty
How'd he
pretty
do?
mean dude. Nikita ended up getting a 4th round knockout.
Really?
With a flying knee to the face.
That is
yeah.
not
so,
nice.
so Nikita got a
That
nice
hurts.
win on that one.
Flying knee to the
and
face.
yeah, that was a
I love
pretty-
that sport.
In your
pretty, yeah, pretty intense way to win. But
Wait, that was considered a win?
that was definitely a win.
What
That
do you
was-
think?
that
He's
was
going to
definitely
walk
a win.
away
That
from a
was-
knee to the
The knee in
face?
the face, he's
But-
not walking
like
out.
But it was
That's
yeah.
a TKO, baby.
I wake up today, I'm going to knee your face.
But that was
And it's
that was
legit.
a big part of our camp was making sure that he had a little bit more speed, a little bit more strength in the legs, and then also since he's the champion, he gets that 4th and 5th round. So it's not just the regular 3-round fight like non-champs,
No,
or
Because
non-fight of the
so
night.
you get 5 rounds
So
of
he
your
gets
champ?
so he gets a full 5-round fight, and so that was
Wow.
that. Make sure 4th and 5th he's still staying tight, feeling strong, got the
yeah.
conditioning and the power to be able to do something like that.
So you train these guys?
Yeah, that was Nikita getting that strength and conditioning.
So
over
you
Custom
kept them going
Fitness,
for
so.
5. You did like a rope a dope. You kept them going
So
for
how
5
do you do
rounds?
that after that in the 4th round?
Gave him a
How do
little
you
bit
get
more
him
space,
up and out
too.
for the 5th?
Yeah. At that pace, I mean, that's all heart right
After
there.
3
He
rounds,
had
I mean,
there was an
you're-
incredible
you're-
physical first 3 rounds. I mean, that
Yeah.
his opponent was really hanging in, giving him a tough run. But
But his
Nikita
stamina was great.
Nikita saw the opening and still had the strength to be able to drop a hit like that, and that was
amazing.
Now
that was
they
incredible to
wear
win, so.
leather gloves. I noticed,
Yeah.
right? Is there a lot of protection for the knuckles when you get hit in the face?
Yeah, for MMA it's the 4-ounce glove, so that's
that
just
make
to
a
protect.
difference?
That's only to protect the
Just
hand,
protect
not the
the
face.
hand.
So that's still gonna hurt.
The boxers they get that 10 to 12 ounce
Yeah.
glove,
You heard what he
which is
said.
what
10
Nikki's
to
got.
12.
So.
Protect the hand, not the face.
Yeah, they don't care about the face. That's just to protect the
but
hand.
there's
so.
nothing on the knee, right?
No,
Yeah, just a little bit of wrap and
that's it.
blood,
Just
sweat,
your
and
natural
tears.
wrap and
Yep.
glove.
I
Yep.
could feel that knee in my
So
face.
yeah, that was big,
So-
big Ukrainian leg to the face.
Kevin, I
I don't want to take that.
Kevin, Kevin's staying on the other side of the camera.
So that was-
I'm gonna be filming
Yeah.
that and not participating.
Yeah.
I don't
You
want
know,
that. I don't
it's
want
really
any of that.
it's really funny because Bobby, I was watching Brady work out, the quarterback from the
Mm-hmm.
New England Patriots, and one of the things they do with him is when he's throwing passes, they take those big gloves that you use in boxing, and they whack him
Mm-hmm.
on the chest, the stomach, and everything else, and he has to be able to throw the ball with the accuracy like if he didn't get hit.
Yeah.
And then I thought about that. I says, that's brilliant. Think about a quarterback getting hit this way, but you actually train somebody not only to hit but how to stretch out the fight.
Yeah. I'm the stretch out the fight guy. Nikita's got some incredible striking coaches that really help with the mechanics of the actual fight game. I'm just there to make sure we get the body tuned up right. He's going to make sure he's feeling fresh and strong through all 5 rounds. And then more specifically to this last camp was increasing the speed of the leg, working through the hip flexor, that endurance there. And so he can throw those big Ukrainian legs
Okay.
up there, even 4th and 5th round, and be able to put power on it.
And
So
break somebody's face.
yeah,
That's
and
the
hit
beauty
somebody,
of youth.
to be able to
Unlike
touch
you
the
and
face
I
right
are
there.
like
So
we're walking from here to the front door without our
I'm
knees
not even
hurting.
raising my leg.
Yeah. Ever notice that?
Right.
You know, I can just sit in the stands and watch that. It would like make me cringe.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
it
don't
too.
only train Nikita, you train a lot of fighters, men,
Yeah,
women. You also do everyday people like us.
Yeah. Primarily, it's just the everyday people like us. You know, it's that the weight loss people battling age, people that just want to gain some strength to be able to play with their kids more throughout the weekends. And it's just a couple of those outliers. I like to pick up a few athletes at a time and be able to really use them as that example of, if you follow the routine and we do what we need to be doing inside and outside of the gym, that physical performance is something, obviously Nikita's been putting a lot of years into it, but to that kind of level, he's 32 years old, so to still be performing like a 22-year-old.
Is that an old age for that sport? Because 33 is for baseball and football.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I'm not going to say old age because I have to see him in a couple days, and I don't want to make him angry. Yes. But yeah, that is above average.
He's up
for
there, right?
Yeah, that's above average. So, but the way that he trains too, we really need to train intelligently, combine it with the right type of food. I mean, I could see him fighting until 38 or 40 years old. To be honest with you, he trains very intelligently. A lot of guys, you see him in the gym, and they're training like crazy people. I mean, they're out of control. And even when it comes to his sparring, he's very, very orchestrated. Everything's very calibrated and precise. So.
And you work with all of that. You help coordinate the food, the exercise.
Yeah, he's an example of an athlete that came in with some incredible discipline. And he, coming from the Ukraine, he had already had a lot of help with that. So really, for me, it was just dialing in his physical performance. But some of the other fighters that I've worked with, specifically the MMA guys, we got to talk a little bit more about nutrition and the weight management to make sure they're making their weight classes right, on top of that strength and conditioning. So.
Okay, so explain to me, Mom, you're going to be part of this, because Teddy tries to tell me. There's UFC, there's MMA, there's jiu-jitsu.
There's ABC.
And then there's like an overseer?
So the UFC is the league. We'll think
The
about it
whole
like
league.
that. So the NFL is just the biggest league for football. The UFC is just the largest league for MMA, which is MMA is the sport, the mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
So
okay,
that's why
mixed
you're out there,
yeah. But
you're
it's under that
grappling, you're
league.
wrestling, you're kicking and punching. That's that mixture of martial arts, that MMA sport. And then Nikita does specifically kickboxing, which is there's no wrestling or grappling. He's just trying to kick and punch people in the head. I try to do just the grappling.
Wow.
I do only grappling, so I'm not getting kicked and punched in the head. So I
That's
do the
good.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is the
dancing
ground
thing.
stuff.
Yeah,
Now the MMA though, everything goes, right?
I like
The
it.
MMA,
I
it's
like that
there's some
dance.
very specific rules on eye gouging and some other
Eye gouging.
interesting stuff that you can't do.
You can't bite an ear
There's
off.
still still enough rules. It's not
Well-
totally no holds barred, but there is the wrestling,
You
the striking.
can't bite, right?
There's no biting. There's
No biting.
no stuff like that. But
It's
that
also
MMA,
a free for all and
you're
more just
bringing
like
in-
mixing martial arts that you know how to do. It's
Yeah,
not just like a
you'll-
full out brawl.
Yeah.
It's
So
good
you
to
get
have more things to work
we
with.
You'll get
had-
people
we
with a
had
karate
regulations doing
background.
it.
You'll get people with wrestling backgrounds or boxing backgrounds. And typically, when they transition into MMA, which a lot of people like to do now, you'll always see kind of their backbone of their primary style.
Yeah.
Like Nikita had actually done some MMA fights, pro, and so he goes into a fight where he could have got taken down. Technically, within the rule set of that MMA, it could have been a guy that could have shot in and taken him down, which Nikita hasn't done as much training for. Luckily, he didn't, and Nikita ended up kicking him in the head. But
Whoa.
that's a whole different story. Yeah, that was. So Nikita's actually competed in that as well, but primarily it's just the kickboxing. So
Kicked in the
Hey,
head.
Kevin, why does it make
Kicked him
you
in the
so
head.
nervous? Bobby's just like, matter of fact, he got kicked in the head, and he took a knee to the face, and he got
Yeah.
up and he won. No big deal.
yeah, I think it's because they're my friends. So yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Fighting
So
with
It's because they have a friend like
So,
them.
so yeah, if you come to my gym, you'll also be in one of the safest gyms in Broward County. So yeah, with people like that in there, we're feeling pretty good.
I was
so.
at the gym, at my gym, a couple months ago, and I was on my stepper, and there's a guy in front of me that had on Bobby's shirt. From the back, Bobby was a sponsor, and I take a picture of this guy's shirt, and he's on the elliptical. Bobby says to me, "You are in one of the safest places you could possibly be
Yep,
right now."
you're gonna
Is
be
he
just
about this
fine.
big? I said, "Yep." He said, "You're good. You got
Yep.
no worries right
Good.
now," and you knew who it was.
Yep, that's Devin. He's 6'5", 6'6",
Hello, he's a
250
giant.
pounds.
He's a giant.
And he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he trains a few guys from the UFC organization.
Lord, this
He was,
thing
on
And
the,
so-
he was right in front of me, but the power of branding, when I saw the Custom Fitness Institute on the back of his t-shirt, all I could do was thank you. So I took a picture of the guy's back and I sent it to Bobby.
I can tell right away.
And you knew
Just-
exactly
because the photo was so low. When you get that 6'5" guy in there, it's a very specific angle on it.
It's so
But
funny, not even his
You
face.
probably look like little ant next to him, right?
Pretty much.
And that's a guy that when I try to do some of those movements on, taking the back or trying to, put a submission in, he's just so technically sound, so physically large, so physically strong and conditioned that, he can just pick me up. That's a guy like that is incredible.
Just a nice guy.
Super nice,
He can afford to be a nice guy. Ain't nobody gonna mess with him.
That's it.
Mess with him.
It's like a big puppy because he knows there's very few people on earth that could actually hurt him. So that's
a good attitude.
I think that's where the calmness comes from, is that, you don't really need to talk a whole lot when he's actually that confident and has the skills. So.
What you got cooking, Mama, over in there?
Huh?
You're looking a little like you got to talk to one of those guys.
No, I'm looking at his bottle of water. I was trying to get a signal. Water.
Oh, we'll get your water.
Got some water, please.
Two water.
You want some water?
Yeah, I want some water too.
Okay.
The funny thing is that the speed of the game has increased. And this is about football, baseball, basketball. They're going to have to make basketball bigger because those guys that are on there, those 10 guys playing, they're too big.
Thank you.
And the court begins to look smaller as the athletes get bigger. But in the boxing world, the game has gotten even more violent, it's gotten even bigger. There are guys...
You got to be bigger and more browner.
But there are guys in there swinging leather. My goodness.
Yeah, like Muhammad Ali says, you got to have something to hit. It ain't going to be worth a quarter if you can't hit me with it.
That's right. You got to find them.
You got to catch him. And you got to hit him. And Ali's not going to stand there and let that happen.
Well, Ali was a tall man who could move. But you don't have that nowadays. Nowadays, you got a guy stands there and he takes a punch. He takes the punishment and tries to outlast people, and it all depends on how this works. But I'm talking about even the NFL. Have you ever been on the sidelines of an NFL game? On the velocity of this 280-pound sheer rock coming at you.
I got a good example. I'm working with Stanley McClover of One Sleeve Nation and his brother Brian Burns, who was recently drafted by the Carolina Panthers, number 16, and he's a defensive end for the Panthers. But he's like bionic, like he's all muscle, but he's not the stereotypical defensive end. But he's going to be Rookie of the Year this year, at least I think so. And he's in the running. But if you look at this guy, he's not 300 pounds, and he's running. He's
just tight muscle.
He's like running like a 4.4, 4.3, and he's just like got the speed and just beating the lineman and getting.
Is he a linebacker?
It's amazing. No, he's a defensive end.
But the linebacker in the defensive end position is now changing the game.
He's like a hybrid.
Yes.
Go look this kid up, Brian
Burns. Can you imagine 4.4? This is a train coming at you of sheer rock. And when they hit you.
Yeah, that's what drove me to strength and conditioning, is just that science just keeps multiplying by 10 every couple of years on the depth of being able to break somebody down physically and build them up for just absolute peak performance. And that's...
When you get things, when they do something and then they tumble on top of each other, whoever's on the bottom is really going to have a problem, right?
They got a couple thousand pounds of man on top of them.
Or something.
So there's pictures of Brian Burns after he got a sack and he's celebrating, and you just see that quarterback laying there like he's dead. And it's just it's like intense.
That's the training behind it, right? It's the strength, the conditioning, the mindset.
To be able to dial in a person of that size, to give them that speed and that power, and to be able to tie that all together, and then also not be blowing muscles out every game. The science is really incredible now with just how
the game
deeply
has
you can break that down.
I was going to ask Mama, how much has the game changed with the training from when Muhammad was training and fighting to
totally different kind of training. These guys now who train for the fight, they don't run as many miles as Muhammad Ali used to run. Mm. But then again, Muhammad Ali used to run backwards. He would run backwards for miles.
What?
Backwards.
How do you do that?
Because he just keep moving like this. Go back. That technique is when he gets in the ring and he gets tired. He just start going back to make him comfortable, bring his opponent toward him, and and then you have total control.
But he had it all in his mind.
Muhammad had it all in mind. To go back, and then they trying to go get him. And it's very hard to fight that way.
Well, he was being. It's always more. Playing defense is on football it takes a lot more energy than playing offense because you're actually always attacking.
But they have proteins and they have all this protein stuff they drink other than food. They got proteins and all this stuff more than
all
they
the
used
supplementing,
to do.
the technology that puts into it now. the recovery
Now, we didn't
science
have
that's
all
available
that.
out there.
We had
I mean,
natural food.
yeah, that was something Nikita and I even did. Was we,
Right.
brought him down and do some cryotherapy, so they kind of super freeze you real quick, and he's getting his massage therapy in, and we have these, leg compression sleeves to increase the venous return of blood, and all these goofy things that 10, 15 years ago didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And
And they
it's
got
just-
saunas
it's just-
and those ice tubs. They got everything for the
Yeah,
athletes.
but you know
now.
something? You can't put heart in a bottle.
And that's
And
the
there you
biggest
have it.
thing.
Can't
That's
put
that.
heart in the bottle.
You
To
can't put
truly
heart
be
in
a
the bottle.
champion,
But
it's
you have
beyond.
a cafe, and
Yeah.
then Mom will know she's giving out our hearts.
Yes.
The
Yes.
way that I got to
Yes.
Brian Burns is like I'm working on a documentary about Dillard High School called The Bottom, and so I spoke with his manager, and they were saying after he got out of Florida State, he declared himself eligible for the draft. He had to gain weight to become a first-round draft pick,
Wow.
and that he was they were getting him cooking for him 4 times a day. He was drinking 4 gallons of water a day. Like they'd have to wake him up, and they were really just getting him right. And I took a picture with him, and I kind of touched his body, and it was just pure muscle. This guy's
He's rock.
6'5", and he's just like a bionic man. It is nuts.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're
Commercial
going to talk
break.
more with Mama Ali. Let's talk about what the documentary you're making and
Yes.
why you're following Mama around with the camera.
Yes.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Yes, she's sharing my wand.
Says the one.
I'm sure you're up.
And there goes my wand. And we'll be right back.
I'm kind of doing. I'm just.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We have a new platform that we're going to share with you.
Yes.
We can now do live
Hold on.
podcasting. No,
hold
okay.
on. We have Amp It Up podcasting, and we decided that we're going to take podcasting to another dimension. Now, Hemp Boca, who's going to be doing a social media show right after us, is in the house, and other people have come to us about doing podcasting, which is nothing more than taking the show, taping it, and putting it out there, and check it out in your car, and yada yada yada. We have developed a skill where we are actually going to play all our shows on Amp It Up podcast live.
So it is an audio streaming platform.
Yes,
correct?
and we're going to be able to do it live, not just taped, which we're excited about because I have never heard of another podcast doing that, but we're going to be able to do it. So coming at a theater near you.
And for any questions, you can give us a call at 866-224-5422 and let us know you're interested in Amp It Up.
Amp it up, baby.
And this morning we had a nice little meeting because we're already in the middle of October. Hard to believe. Thanksgiving is, yes, about 5 weeks away. I can't even wrap my head around that one. But the Hat Foundation came in and they're doing their annual turkey drive. It's going to be on November 23rd. And their goal is to really give away 10,000 Thanksgiving meals to those that are in need. Last year they gave away 2,500. The year before was 500. So they're looking for donations. They're looking for financial, volunteers, promotion, anything that you can do to help. You can go to HATT, HATT.today to donate or to get more information. Or always contact us. But Mama, you interested?
Yeah,
Of
sure.
course she is.
Of course I am. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I feel bad because there's a 10,000 birds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad.
Very
sad.
We should all be vegan.
I agree. We're kind of a vegan Thanksgiving weekend.
No. I feel bad. I don't feel that
I
bad.
like turkey. I like the turkey. I've been a vegan for 9 months, and I went to Holland,
Oh, huh?
and they didn't have nothing for me to
Why
eat.
we see each other?
They had to go back and eat meat.
We've got Mama Ali with us, so for more information, you can contact HATT, HATT.today.
That's
Mama
right.
brings on her producer.
Yeah, he's one of the guys. There's a young guy who I met, and he does documentaries, and he's helping me putting some film together for my archives.
We have Kevin Roberson.
Kevin
here.
Roberson, go ahead.
Thanks for having me on the show,
Kevin.
guys.
Thanks for he walks in with the camera, a boom mic.
Yeah, I kind of just like drop in like to people's lives. I just show up and then I flip everything upside down. But
So keep your act clean, fellas.
no, but I'm an American, but I was born and raised in Europe. I spent about 12 years in the States. I'm a graduate from the University of Minnesota and have a degree in journalism. Moved to the Netherlands in 2011, and I've been working there as a journalist for international outlet Ruppli, which is a part of Russia Today. That's a whole nother story.
It's a whole nother story.
But I was doing a lot of geopolitical subjects, Russian spies, Russian diplomats who were caught in
Were you the
spying.
whistleblower?
No, I don't blow any whistles. I just ask questions.
Because now there's 3 more, so I'm figuring everybody's taking a turn.
No. What I mean, everybody's. I look at it. Every government's doing dirt. And
I can't understand that. Do you want a politician? Think about this, right? I thought about this with Nixon. My father was a big Nixon fan, and when he got caught in Watergate, my father said to me, "Do you want an honest president? Because if you do, you're in trouble."
You're not gonna find one.
So, but now everything's changed because dishonest is not the same thing. So you were involved in all of this stuff
Well, yeah,
going on?
I was reporting on it. I just got like dropped into it. Like they put me on Ruppli, and then they have me
What
going.
about the dangers that you take? I've seen you
I
get
feel
pushed
because I'm a Dillard Panther. I bleed blue and gray. Like I can go in. It's Dillard against everybody.
So you went to Dillard also?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mama just had a great honor with Dillard.
Yes, and then we connected at the homecoming, and the reason why I'm back in the Netherlands, back in the States, I really just dropped everything in the Netherlands and came here to work on a project. It's called The Bottom, and it's a documentary about Dillard High School, and really it was just focused around football. But the more I began to dig, the more the story began to develop. It's just way bigger, and so the point of departure is 1907 when the school started, and it was a black high school in a black neighborhood during segregation. And when integration took place, the school and the community actually got split up. So there could be students that are living across the street from Dillard, but they would have to go to Boyd Anderson. And so now at the homecoming, the different classes are present. So there was the class of 67, and they were saying like, we're the first class that this happened to. The people that are here in our tent, like they're not all graduates from Dillard. They got split up, but they all lived in this neighborhood. So the story was initially just about football and the football team, but now it's like grown out to also telling the story of the community and how like this is really the last black high school in the area, and it's like a gem. And so like I want to show not just the athletic accomplishments, but also the academic accomplishments. That a graduate from Dillard High School was the first African American member of the Broward County School Board, or that there are graduates that became judges. Jason Derulo was a graduate from Dillard, and so there's a good performing arts program. They've
had a fantastic performing arts program.
Yes,
They've had a fantastic football program. But it's so interesting because I never thought of segregation, I never even thought about that till you just said it. Because I said in the last hour that was my high school. And I lived all the way across town on the other side into Plantation. Dillard was a trek, and had to pass many high schools for me to get to Dillard.
But why did you go?
I didn't.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
ended up
Too
going
far?
to another school. It just made no sense. And that was in the 80s.
It was in your neighborhood.
It wasn't even my neighborhood. But now I understand what they were doing. They were trying to desegregate the school.
Well, for example, Blanche Ely was a black high school that got shut down when integration took place, and it opened back in the 70s and 80s.
I understood they shut down a lot of black, other than Dillard. Dillard's the only one that stood.
Dillard High School actually helped get Ely back open. And so people, they see the fight for integration as something positive, but there are also people that see it as something negative and that destroyed our community. And Dillard is like the last surviving, like gem, like black. I see it as a black excellence, progress. People, a community of African Americans who are working together, investing in youth to help them be successful in life when they're adults. And football, basketball are vehicles that are being used to help them get college degrees, because not everyone makes it to the NFL. And then now there are also people that come back, the coaches that are coaching there, like they're volunteering, they're not getting paid. I believe they get a stipend of $9 a day. But you have people like Lorenzo White, who was just inducted into the College Hall of Fame, who was there since I played there in 2000, 2001. And this man doesn't need to be there, but he's coming there to give back to the community. Stanley McClover just donated $15,000 to the school, to the football program, and which acted as a catalyst where Lorenzo White matched his donation of $5,000, his recent donation during homecoming. So what you're seeing now is that people are regaining the pride in Dillard High School, being proud of the blue and gray. I'm talking with families, with former teammates that have generations of family members that attended Dillard High School.
Right.
And it's just like this amazing story, and it's become something so big that I was supposed to go home on the 24th of September. I didn't get on the flight. I stayed. And like all I have is like my bag and my equipment.
And how's the documentary coming?
It's amazing. And homecoming like really was like the icing on the cake, because it let me get in contact with just like these old I don't want to offend anyone, but classes, before my time, generations before me. I was looking at the camera. And it's helping me create more context of like what's going on, and like the homecoming, like it was like the tailgate. It was amazing. It was like a college type of atmosphere.
You had to hit over 30 or 50 tents out there.
And I met the father of one of my teammates, and I didn't even know, and like the feelings that I got like when that happened, and like, oh my God, like you're Kevin Thomas's dad. Like I played with him. Like this is like it's like a good friend of mine. Like and then we made like a short video, and I said, I'm gonna tell the story of Dillard, the real story of Dillard, and the way that he looked at me and he said thank you. And I believe like media is such a powerful tool and vehicle. And as far as African Americans, like we have the tools, we have the talent, and we can tell our own stories from out of our context, so that it receives the proper context. And because Dillard, like it's been getting like a lot of negative publicity, and you don't hear like the positive stories, because this could also be that people don't want to open up to the media, or that they're weary of opening up to a white journalist, and that they want to have someone coming to them that looks like them, that they know, and that they can trust. And that's like what's happening. Like every day, the story is just getting bigger and bigger.
And once you finish the documentary, what are you going to do with it?
I haven't. It wasn't my objective to sell the project. A lot of my work over the years, this has been for free. I'm investing in myself. I work independent. I believe in self-reliance, and not in accepting subsidies or grants. And so I haven't had anyone sign any releases, but I'm talking like with big names like Michael Irvin, who went to St. Thomas, who said St. Thomas was better than Dillard, which I don't believe is true, because the St. Thomas steals the players from Dillard.
But St. Thomas is a powerhouse in sports.
Yeah, because they have money, and what they do is they recruit people from all over the country, and they go to the Dillard kids. They're getting taught from when they're little kids.
Right.
And then St. Thomas recruiters come out there. Michael Irvin's brother tried to get my teammates to come to St. Thomas. And they said, no, we're not going there. And so they're recruiting kids. But then when I talk to the St. Thomas graduates, like they lie. And they say, oh, no, that's not true. Well, I got Dillard players that are saying this is true.
Yeah.
And what they're doing by doing this is like destroying the community. So this is another layer of the story that I want to tell. And I'm gonna bring it out on YouTube. I'm not having anyone sign any releases. So I'm not planning on selling it. I just want to change the narrative around the African American community and specifically around Dillard and show people what the real Dillard is.
Now, not to interrupt you, but are you going to present this so that people have to pick their own ending to this story? In other words, you're going to present both sides of this thing and let people decide truth, or are you going to present the facts?
Well, what's the truth and what are the facts?
But that's you see, the catch on this thing is the curiosity, because there are those that are saying, no, it didn't happen. Yes, it is happened. You lived it. You were there.
Yeah.
So sometimes the way you present it is you leave a question saying, well, here's the evidence of yes.
Oh, well,
here's the story of no.
I have their own answer.
That's the object.
Because even it doesn't change because everyone has their sense of community and what it was.
People know what's going on.
They know the
people
truth.
From St. Thomas know what they're doing. They know, and they're not owning up to it.
And
But
what did you do with Mama? Was the Grand Marshal?
Well, I just met her, and she was
she was in the car.
She was in the car. She passed by, and I was filming the parade.
Well, he looks like my cousin Reggie.
Get closer to your mic so we can hear you.
Mama Lee, what was it being the Grand Marshal, the Dillard Homecoming Parade?
It was awesome.
I like the way you put your hand.
I was.
Did you see me doing it?
I was
the
dying.
mayor was telling me this is the princess wave, and I said, okay. And I did it. It was fun, wasn't it?
You had fun with it? Now, I want to bring a viewing audience up to speed, because you told us that you got a phone calls. There's some things going on.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that we don't do politics.
You tell them what happened.
I know.
Tell them what just happened.
But let me set this up. We don't do politics. And we don't do religion. We don't do any of that. No, I know that, but I gotta let them know. But this is sports news, and there's a lot of controversy. I woke up to it this morning with the NBA in China about what's going on, and then we get some information firsthand, because to set this up, you know some of these players, because you've spoken to me about Sir James and the Cardinal, and they know you.
Yeah, they all know me.
So who called you today?
TMZ. He was with me when it happened.
This is I'm living like a dream. Like every day, I'm getting blessed, and this crazy things that happen.
I took him to breakfast first.
So I'm getting picked up this morning by the former wife of Muhammad Ali. I'm like Aunt Madeline, you got to come outside. You got to meet her real quick. So we go to breakfast. All of a sudden, Miss Dr. Ali, she gets a phone call. She's like, oh, look, it's TMZ. So then they start talking about LeBron James. And what you see a lot is that athletes, they want to try to pretend that they're activists. But they're doing this to gain people to buy their stuff, to gain followers, and they're fake. And I can name a few: Jay-Z, Beyonce, and now LeBron.
Okay, we don't want to do any of that. Just
okay. So what happened is they're asking her what's going on with the controversy. He placed this tweet. He's supporting, or he's saying the people in Hong Kong need to calm down. The people in Hong Kong, their human rights are being violated. They're fighting for their autonomy. They don't want to be a part of a communist China. So I'm like, well, the reason why, this is my opinion. The reason why someone like LeBron would do this is because he has interest in China. So what I did was I called the Foot Locker, and I asked them, I was like, do you carry his shoes? And it said yes. And I was like, well, can you go look in there and see where the shoes is made? And I already knew. She's like, it's made in China. This is why he's defending, this is in my opinion, why he's defending the Chinese government, because he has business interests.
And that's cool. And now that's cool. LeBron came out this morning and he says that he was misunderstood. Now this whole thing happened because Hong Kong is in upheaval. They didn't like the fact that China took over Hong Kong, because that was the agreement. You gotta understand the history here. China was supposed to take over Hong Kong via an agreement, and they fulfilled their obligation to leave Hong Kong alone. And when it was over the agreement, they went and they took it, just like it was supposed to be. So there isn't any I'm taking. It was an agreement. That's the first thing. The second thing is that LeBron said that what he was trying to say is that the gentleman, the GM of Houston, made a comment. He made a comment. No, I know, but I gotta present both sides because he's not here. And LeBron says that he spoke a little bit too quickly, because he has a tendency of doing that, speaking to you, and you told me some of the stories going on. So I believe that. And now he's backpedaling a little bit, saying it isn't the issue he was talking about, it's the way it was presented to him. Maybe the gentleman in Houston didn't have enough information. He should have. Yes.
I personally, what I think, I think he's somebody from out of China is making him do this.
Well, Mom, what did TMZ say to you?
Well, see, what he was talking about is, I commented to TMZ. I said, look, because I always say that LeBron James is the Muhammad Ali of basketball. I always have said that.
He's one of the greatest.
He's one of the greatest.
Okay,
and
athletically.
And I, personally, I don't get into politics, but I will get into humanity and have compassion for all people. Whatever China's doing, whatever Hong Kong's doing, if Hong Kong is burning, hey, TMZ sent me a picture of Hong Kong burning LeBron James jerseys.
Bad.
And that's oh wow, it's going, my LeBron James, and he burning this thing. But you have to look at the fact. I don't even know what the issue is, but I know when people stand up for something and somebody slammed them against it, it's wrong. Because everybody has a right to protest and stand up for what they believe in, for their freedom.
Okay, hold on right there.
China.
Not in China. Not in China. Now hold on.
That's the point.
But hold on. A lot of great things have come out of China. I'm being politically nice.
I'm not knocking. I wasn't knocking China.
It is a multi-billion-dollar business.
I understand. If you look at humanitarianism as a whole, people should be able to stand up for what they want.
But
you can't do that in China.
Well, it's okay. But that's their problem.
Yes, but it becomes our problem because we decided to put McDonald's in there.
Yeah, but I did not go against China.
No, you didn't.
Or Hong Kong. I'm saying whether it's China or Hong Kong, if you're standing up for something, I mean, China's going to have to eventually change.
They're not going to.
Look what they did to the Muslims.
They didn't think that slavery was going to stop either.
Well, remember, what was it called?
Everything changes.
In the square, what was the name of the square?
Tiananmen Square. On that, we're going to go to commercial break.
Where are we going?
Where are you going?
LeBron, if you're watching.
He's wiping the sweat beads off his forehead.
LeBron. Yeah, this got hot in here. This got hot in here.
LeBron, if you're watching, call in.
It's getting hot in here.
888-565-1470. I'd like to hear your side of it. But I understand where LeBron is going. I do understand.
We're going to go to commercial break. Stay tuned.
We're going to come back.
We'll be right back. You can continue this off air.
All right.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-E, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing!
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right.
And we're back. And
We're
Mama
almost
says,
done, aren't we?
we gotta go. Mama gotta go. Mama's gotta go.
Where you going?
I gotta go too.
I've got to go.
I don't want to leave yet.
He's like, I want to go.
Saddest thing I've ever
like
heard.
it here.
He's pouting. I don't want to
Tell us
go.
about your show, Don and Freddie.
Yes.
You know, it's good to be here at the Brooklyn Cafe, but you absorb everything people got and they don't want to ever leave.
Ever.
Yeah.
But you know, life goes on. I got to be somewhere at 2 o'clock.
What time is it?
I don't want to leave. My guests
Oh,
don't
we
want
gotta
to
go.
leave.
Where you going
Time
to?
just flies. And
Where
this
you
handsome
going?
man
I gotta
is
call
over
my
here.
son in Holland too.
Yeah,
What,
see?
what call him and where you going?
I have to go to the Pompano Cultural Center.
Oh, I know them. She's going to be 5 minutes late.
I have a client there just doing an audition today.
You ain't going to make it there by 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I miss.
Do you
No,
know
I'm
Bobby-
not, but gotta be on the way though.
Do you know that Bobby's right near Pompano Cultural
Yeah,
Center?
yeah. My house is right around the corner from there. I still haven't been over there yet, but yeah. Next time you pop over, let me know. I want to go check it out anyway.
She's
so.
going there now.
You got a car?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
I'm
car
going there
too.
now.
She's going there now.
I was supposed to drop him off first, and then
Maybe now I
go,
gotta
but
go-
I'm gonna
I
have
gotta
to
go to
stop
a
by there
meeting.
first.
And where you going?
I'm
He's going to Holland.
I just got here. But I
Thank
have a
you.
job with the West Side Gazette, and that's a black African American newspaper in Fort Lauderdale off of Sistrunk and Seven Terrace. And it's just like amazing. I'm working for One Sleep Nation, which is a marketing agency, and everything is just going great. So I'm going to go to the office and work on my documentary, and also the footage from Homecoming, from Dillard
Oh,
Homecoming.
it's beautiful. You should
Yeah,
see it. It's
so
really.
I gotta get that out.
He was filming everybody.
Yeah,
Scott Israel was there.
drone footage.
Yeah,
and
he was
it's
there.
amazing.
There's a
Scott
lot
Israel.
going on in Pompano, and that's
A
where
lot
Custom
of
Fitness
stuff.
Yeah,
Institute
yeah.
is.
I
That's
gotta
where your
check it
house
out.
That's why I
is.
got the house. That's why
We did a show
started
from there.
company
Wouldn't it be great for Mama to come to Custom Fitness
That'd be
Institute?
incredible.
I'm gonna come
We're
there.
gonna-
I'm
we're-
gonna
yeah, yeah.
transition.
And we're right down the
No,
street, so-
I have to do upper body.
We got you. You already got the team colors on and everything right here. You got that custom
yeah.
fit. You got the custom fit blue. We're ready to go right here. Yeah, I
I
know.
said today I got to be a
Yeah,
mother.
you're
Bobby,
right.
we're going to get a car. She can ride in
You
the
got
car.
it blue
Yeah.
too.
That's right. And it was Blue Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Today was
I
Blue Day.
remember.
Matching.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Perfect.
funny, everyone is. But
Now,
everything's on
now
Pompano.
when you bring your book out, we got to do a book signing
Oh,
party.
it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be
Book signing party.
I'm gonna have the radio at my book signing party so people can call in and ask questions. Everything's gonna be a
Papa's to
big
call you back,
radio podcast thing
on the
again.
radio.
I'm gonna have
Call you
y'all
back, okay?
the whole station.
I'm
there.
almost
Sounds good
finished.
to us.
Yeah, we want to do.
Yeah.
Leaving in a few
Well,
I want
minutes,
to do a
okay?
book signing party.
Yeah.
Well, we
Because
invite. We'll invite
Channel
LeBron.
6, Channel 10, and Channel 7
Let's invite
there.
LeBron. Tell LeBron to come on down. He can bring
Come
his
on.
sneakers.
Tell LeBron to come
He
on
can bring
down.
his
We
sneakers.
should
from
bring
China.
all the athletes, everyone
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, Bobby, everyone
I
that
must-
you know. Let's bring them all to the Custom Fitness.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Let's do
just
it.
want to let you know before I go, I've been casted for Fast and the Furious Miami Vice segment.
I want to
It's
be.
an episode, yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. I want to be in one of your movies. If you don't put
Oh,
me,
you're already in my movie.
I want to.
We got-
Not your movie, a movie.
I got
Because
my-
your movie is
you're in-
scary.
You're in pure.
You're pure justice.
There's gonna be a lot of
I'm pure
controversy
justice.
after that.
I want to be a Puerto Rican and the
Yeah,
pure
you're gonna
justice.
be a party. Yeah, like you're gonna pass for one. Anyway.
I am. You know, Muhammad used to say.
Yeah, that's yours.
Those are
That's
yours. You register.
Yeah.
and you
That's
register.
your
You
future.
register that, and if anybody you ever meet needs a little loving, you give that
Yeah,
back
I
and
really-
bring us a
Give it
I
back.
really
story.
need this because
Bring
in
the
Holland I
story.
really didn't feel like I was getting the proper support, and I come here
Oh yeah.
You
there
just
you go.
you just rub
You are
on that.
right.
Good luck. Good things
Thank you.
happen to you.
Bobby, which one did you get?
I got the focus one.
You got the
No, I
focus.
love that. That means he's focused.
Reinforce the focus.
That's
right
like
here. We
right
got
up
that.
your
Yes,
alley.
you can. And
You're
I
a
can use
real
this right
focused
now.
dude.
Yes, you
You're
can.
not
I
being
can.
me. Be you.
Be you.
You
Mama
know,
always be
I
you.
picked 4 of these and they all said faith. This is the first time I changed them.
Right, things are changing.
Maybe I got all the faith ones out the box.
She never
But
changes.
you know, I just want to say I'm happy. I'll let you know when we start shooting.
I want to be there.
Okay, I want you to
I
be
want
on
to
the
take
set.
all the producers down to a film set when you do it, so they can see the other side of midnight.
That's why it's good people, man.
Because you know,
Oh, that would be good.
yeah.
I can have the studio.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Take you guys along.
Oh, we have a crew. They were here yesterday with 4 kids, but Noel came at the end.
4
They-
grown men. And
4 grown men, and G-Man was there, and we're gonna call them.
G-Man is no little baby.
We're
man.
calling them the Amp 2 crew, and they come in, they do everything soup to nuts. So let's say we want to sell what you're wearing, they put it all together in an hour, including the voiceover, the lower thirds,
So,
everything.
ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna see the Brooklyn Cafe on the set of Fast and the Furious, Miami Vice.
That's it, and we're gonna sell it and
It's
sell
gonna
it
be
big.
it's gonna be episode. It's not a movie. It's an episode.
You see what happens
Yeah,
when you
can we
fix
get
your
some
car?
on-location
You
training
need to
right
be
here
on there
too?
too.
I'm ready
You
to
should
go.
be there. You should
Toss
be
me
there.
in.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I'm gonna toss you in there.
I'll clear the
I'm gonna toss you.
schedule.
I got you.
Yep. Thank
I
you.
got you.
Everywhere I want to hang out with Bobby because everywhere they want him in the movies.
Well, look at him.
I know.
They will love him on the set. Oh my God.
And ladies, if
Who
you saw
knows? We
that,
might
you
have
want him on
Dwayne
the set,
Johnson
too.
on there with us.
All right.
But you're probably like, you're nice right now, but when you get in the ring, you probably turn into like a beast.
Probably a demon,
got
a
to.
beast.
You gotta flip the switch.
Watch out for the white boy.
That's what they say.
Cause I know that little mom. See that? See, that's how Superman looked
He's
before
from
he
Minnesota.
take.
Clark Kent,
Yeah.
yeah.
Clark
He's
Kent
a-
was very mild mannered.
That's right.
The guy next door and
Or do you
break
mean,
out.
You're from Minnesota?
Bruce Wayne and Batman.
You betcha.
He's
Don't
from
you know?
Minnesota too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
but you
golden,
know
I'm a
what?
golden
I'm from
gopher.
Chicago, but I've been a Minnesota Viking fan all my life.
Have you?
Yeah.
I used to love the purple people
They
eaters.
used to call me
got you.
traitor all the time.
You
I
know
said,
Dante Culpepper?
Yes.
No, my God. You know everybody.
Are you shitting me?
Oh,
Dante
Are
Cole.
you kidding me?
Dante Culpepper played also for the Eagles, didn't he?
Yeah.
And you know Randy Moss?
Wait a minute. And my best friend is Peterson.
Adrian playing in
Is
Washington.
he okay?
Playing in
Adrian-
Washington, he had a
Adrian's
monster
doing
game.
good. He's doing good though.
He beat the
And
Dolphins.
Bridgewater. And Bridgewater is a friend of mine.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
I
Freddie,
need
everybody
you.
beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, we
so-
got to get these
No,
guys.
that's
Yeah,
all.
I got-
Listen,
yeah,
I
Bridgewater.
need you to introduce me to Mr. Bridgewater.
You got it.
He's playing the
I have his
quarterback
jersey and everything. I
quarterback
go
for
to-
New Orleans Saints
I
because
got
green.
his. I got Peterson and Bridgewater jerseys, shirts. When I go to the game, and we go to the champs, and we have a little room. We do all, and all the Minnesota's fighting. We have all our Minnesota people come in there and cheer for Minnesota.
Now how about Randy? You got a
Yeah,
connection
so
with Randy
Randy,
Moss?
yeah.
So
Randy's on the.
How about
he
Randy?
likes me a
Randy's
lot.
on the set of
Randy
ESPN.
likes me a
yeah.
lot.
But Bridgewater is now running the show for number 2.
That's right.
Number 2 listed quarterback in the history of the game,
That's
Mr.
right.
Bree.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's-
I know. I was like, what?
Nice.
But
He's dangerous.
let me
Okay.
tell you, Bridgewater. I told my son when he was on the Jets, I wish they had kept him, and they didn't.
I put him on the phone with you.
That kid is unbelievable. He has a
Yes.
cannon. He understands the
Teddy.
game. Teddy Bridgewater.
he was up in Minnesota for a minute too, but
he had that horrible knee injury,
Yeah.
and that's why he almost pushed him out of the NFL.
Yeah.
But I would love to shake this gentleman's
You got
hand
it.
because I told my son this guy is a class act. He doesn't say a bad word about
About
no
anybody.
team.
That's right.
And he's playing. And he's a starter now because Brees broken thumb.
I'll bring him up here. Put him
Oh
on
my
the show.
goodness,
Oh,
great!
man.
I'm gonna have to take you and put handcuffs on you.
Okay.
You
I'll
ain't
put him on
need
the
to.
show.
with us?
Bridgewater will be a sensation. I have him
Already
sitting
got him
between.
ready.
I have him sitting between you and I.
All right, you got it.
You got it.
He'll be a sandwich between me and Mama
Yeah.
Sandwich. Is all I can tell you.
Them handcuffs is giving
And
me
look, I
ideas.
put
It's time
and
for
I
me
put
to leave
fluffiness
now.
on it for you, baby.
Bobby, tell everyone
Let's
how
go.
they can find you in Custom Fitness
Yeah, how can they
Institute.
find
Yeah, down in Pompano Beach, 1701 East Atlantic. We got all the social media channels up, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Or give us a call or text at 954-999-8458.
And be kind when you call him.
And be nice.
Be
Because we are
nice.
Minnesotans.
That's
so you
right.
gotta
That's
be
right.
nice over everything. Don't
You
be
like
a
the
hoser.
Gophers?
Minnesota nice.
You like the
Don't
Gophers?
you know?
Didn't they win this past weekend? They beat
I
some
know.
Are they
upset.
undefeated?
Yeah, they beat somebody.
Yeah, I'm just my Vikings won, so I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy
Vikings
about it.
won.
We got one more
were
week of
cheering.
peace.
I do
so.
the winner death row. And it goes and it wins.
And you know Bobby's
Every time I
wife
do
was
that.
one of the first interns that we had that ran our board.
I remember.
Yeah.
She ran the board, yeah.
She was spectacular.
She did a good job.
Right.
She's doing jiu-jitsu
from the
too?
beginning.
She's doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yep, she's from Sao Paulo. So unfortunately, she was a Patriots fan when I first met her. So we had to work on that a little bit. But, but we got her going for the Vikings. So right there, that was
She's
pretty
no
good.
longer a Patriot fan?
Well, she is if she's not talking to me. So that's I don't know why they got that draw with
Don't mess with her. Don't
Brady's
mess with
wife, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Brady's
super
wife
famous
she's tough.
Brazilian.
Remember
She's worth twice as much as Tom Brady is. So
Is she?
I get a kick out of that. Oh yeah,
yes.
Tommy just goes and plays his cute little game on the weekend, but she brings home the real money. So
There
I can see why they're all fans.
I
of
want
the
to see.
Patriots.
I want to see when the Vikings play the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because
In the
I'm
Super
a
Bowl.
Viking sidekick.
That would have been. Yeah, that'd be good. That would have been. That would have been good in Minnesota, but.
What would you do about that? Fighting
What's
for
that?
the Patriots.
Next time
yeah.
we go to a Viking, I'm calling
That's
you.
rough.
We gotta go.
Yeah, I did give her the
Thank you
clearance
so
on
much
that.
for joining us, everyone. It was a fighting Tuesday, I guess.
Yes, it was.
We had Mama Ali, Kevin, so nice to meet you, Bobby
nice to meet
Jackson.
you guys, too.
Always a pleasure.
In the house,
You're welcome
baby.
anytime. Have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other. And I don't know, rumor is it was a popped balloon in the Boca Town Center Mall on Sunday. Just saying what I read.
Yeah, don't read any of
We'll see you
that.
tomorrow, same
Just
time, same
saying.
place.
And don't
right
be
back
late.
here. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.